Types of transformers. Transformers can be classified into core type and shell type. Core type transformers can be of two types, single phase and three phase. This is the basic structure of a single phase transformer, and this is known as the core of the transformer. Core is made using silicon steel laminations, and thickness of each lamination is 0.35 to 0.5 mm. The thickness of laminations varies from 0.35 to 0.5 mm. So this is the core of the transformer, and this portion is known as, from here to here, this is known as the yoke of the transformer, and this one is the yoke of the transformer, and this portion is known as the limb of the transformer. Limb, this is the first limb and this is the second limb, and this one is the yoke of the transformer, and windings are wound on the limbs. Okay, for a three phase transformer, here we can see first limb, second limb and third limb, and this is the yoke of the transformer. These two are the yoke of the transformer, and these are the limbs of the transformer. Here also windings are wound on the limbs of the transformer. Basically, this is the core of the transformer. Then there must be an insulation, then low voltage winding is provided, then insulation, then high voltage winding is provided. This is the basic structure. First one is the core, then low voltage winding, then high voltage winding. In between core and low voltage winding there is insulation, and in between low voltage winding and high voltage winding there will be an insulation. To reduce the insulation, we are keeping low voltage winding near to the core of the transformer. Okay, and the windings are wound on the low voltage winding, then high voltage winding. Windings are wound on the limbs of the transformer. On the three limbs, windings are wound. Here, in the case of single phase transformer, there will be only two limbs, and windings are, both the windings, low voltage winding and high voltage windings, are wound on the limb. Near to the core there will be low voltage winding and high voltage winding, and in between low voltage winding and high voltage winding there will be insulation, and between core and low voltage winding there will be an insulation. This is the basic feature of a three phase and a single phase transformer. Based on this figure, you can simply and directly draw the sectional front elevation and sectional plan of a three phase and single phase transformer. Now I am going directly to the three phase transformer. So first we can see the question. This is the question for a three phase transformer. I will read the question. Draw the plan in full section of a three phase 315 kVA 11 kV bar 400 volt transformer. All the dimensions, other parts of, are also as follows. All the dimensions are in millimeter, and these are the data given. These are the data given for drawing the three phase transformer. So first we can first read the question. Maximum width of the core, then maximum height of the core, yoke height, height of the limb, cross section of the core, diameter of the circumcircle, distance between adjacent center of the core, width of first step, width of second step, width of third step, then LT winding, outside diameter of LT winding, inside diameter of LT winding, number of turns per phase, HT winding, outside diameter of HT coil, inside diameter of HT coil, number of turns per phase. These data are given. Other data we can assume. If the data, some data are missing, always they will not give the full data. Some data we have to assume. Based on the question, this is the answer figure. Here you can see this is the sectional front elevation, and this is the sectional plan of the transformer. From here itself we can see it as a top view, and this is the front view. Okay, sectional front elevation and the sectional plan elevation. If we look from the top, this will be the structure. If you look in front, this will be the structure. So first the first method is find the dimensions related to the sectional plan. Then you extend some lines from bottom to the top. Then we can you can fix some points here, and also mark the dimensions for the sectional front elevation front elevation. Okay, so there are some data will be related to sectional front elevation and sectional plan. So from the data itself we can find whether it is a diameter, then definitely it will be like this, and if it is length or width, then the data will be related to sectional front elevation. So first you go through the length related to the sectional plan. That means there will be some diameter will be given, center to center distance will be given. So first you go through the question, then you can see that, then based on that question you draw some circles and check some data related to length and width, that also you can mark here. Okay, so this is the question. So from the data itself we can start with the question. So um, it is given outside diameter of the LT winding and inside diameter of the LT winding, outside diameter of the HT coil and inside diameter of the HT coil. Okay, and distance between adjacent center of the core. This is the first step, distance between adjacent center of the core. So ours is a three-phase transformer, so definitely there will be three circles. Definitely there will be three circles. Okay, you first you so based on the question we can solve. The center to center distance between adjacent center to center of the core is 425. That means from here to here the distance is 425. 425. That means also from here to here it is 425. So first you can draw a line, then we can find the center to center distance. So center to center distance is known. So first you mark the center to center distance. Just simply mark these things. Then that thing is first thing is okay. Then outside diameter of the LT winding and inside diameter of the LT winding. So simply I think you can draw it like so. Assume it as the first you go through the HT winding out. Assume it as the 415. That means outside diameter of the LT winding 415. It is given in the question. Outside diameter of the HT coil is 415. So this will be 415. And inside diameter of the HT coil is also given. It is 343. Okay, you take in compass and mark the values. Then draw it. And number of turns per phase is 570. That means you mark like this. It is the number is 527. We cannot mark it like this, so you just make small rectangles. Okay, you mark for first limb, for the second winding, and for the third winding also. Okay, mark in full circle. Then it's okay. Outside diameter of the HT coil and inside diameter of the HT coil, the dimension is given. This one is 415 and the inside diameter is given it as 343. Then go to the LT winding side. Outside diameter of the LT winding is 83, inside diameter of the LT winding is 250. Again mark from the center, then you can draw it like this. Okay, this is the LT winding dimensions. Number of turns per phase is 12 as compared to this one. Here the cutting should be very low. So you got the LT winding dimensions and HT winding dimension. Okay. Then these things are completed. Then Diameter of the circumcircle is 240. That means inside diameter of the circumcircle, the inside circle is 240. Okay, actually this is the core of the transformer. It represents the core of the transformer. So this diameter of the circumcircle is 240. Okay, then this one is over. Diameter of the this one is over. Diameter of the circumcircle is over. Cross section of the core, it is 3 step. Cross section of the core is 3 step. 3 step means if it is single step, there will be only one step. Then this is 2 step and 3 step. So inside it there will be 1 step, then 2 step and 3 step, that you can see from the figure. And the dimensions for the third step, second step and third step is also given, that is 100, 168, 216. So this one inside will be 26, this one will be 216, then 168 and 100. The length of these three things are given: width of first step, width of second step and width of third step. So you can also mark that things too. Okay, so these things are completed. Then height of the limb. Then now we can go towards the word height of the limb. Then it is not related to this one, to the front sectional elevation. And yoke height, the maximum height of the core, maximum width of the core. This one is the important thing. Maximum width of the core. Core width is 1080, means this will be the 1080. Maximum width of the core is 1080. Okay, and maximum height of the core is 1000. So maximum height of the core is represents the total height of the core is 1080. 1000, and the yoke height is 250. So maximum height is 1000. So yoke is on the downside part and outside, so it is 250 and 250. This is the yoke part of the transformer. This is the yoke of the transformer, and here we have first limb and second limb and third limb. This is our third limb and this is our second limb and this is our first limb. Maximum width of the core is 1080. Maximum height of the core is 1000. Yoke height is 250. Height of the limb is 500. That means this is the height of the limb, 500. This is 500. This is 250, 250. So total is 1000. So height of the core, yoke height, maximum height of the core, maximum width of the core. Okay, and we are representing it as the core of the transformer. So this is the circumcircle. This is the core of the transformer. So from here you can extend it like this, so that we can fix this position. Okay, from the circumcircle, this is our core. This is the diameter of the core. So this is the here some. Okay, this is the core of the transformer. So we can start from here to here. Okay, and after this one there will be insulation. This is the insulation, and then low voltage winding, then insulation, high voltage winding. Here also this is the circumcircle of the core. Okay, from here or we can draw like this. This is the center of the limb. This is the center of the limb. Okay, using scale you can definitely and correctly can draw it. And you can extend low voltage winding to the top side. So this is the low voltage winding, inner side diameter, low voltage winding, upper side diameter, high voltage winding, inner side diameter, high voltage winding, outer diameter. Here also you can extend low voltage winding and high voltage winding. So if you extend this will be the low voltage winding, then high voltage winding. And this gap represents the, and there will be here also you extend here, so you'll get a high voltage winding and low voltage winding. By using the scale and compass, you will get the correct dimensions, and it will be not like this. So this is high voltage winding and this is low voltage winding, and this gap represents this area. Okay, this gap represents this area. Here also this gap represents this area. That means here we have low voltage winding, then high voltage winding. Near to the core there will be low voltage winding and high voltage winding. Okay, this is this part represents this one. Then the area between the high voltage winding and low voltage winding represents the insulation of the transformer. So here also you can complete here low voltage winding and high voltage winding. Low voltage winding and high voltage winding. Okay, completed. So what do you have to do? First you find the dimensions related to diameter. So the diameters may be related to the diameter of the low voltage winding, high voltage winding, core and the center, and there will be a center to center distance. So first you fix the center to center distance, then use the diameter of the given in the question, may low voltage winding and maybe high voltage winding, then make some circles, and based on the given data you draw other things you can assume. Sometimes the outside diameter of the HT winding will be given and inside diameter of the HT winding will not be given, and the diameter of the core will not be given, and sometimes the diameter of the inside diameter of the LT winding will not be given. If the diameter of the LT winding, inside diameter of the LT winding is not given, the diameter of the core will be given. So any one of the data will be given so that the other can be assumed. And always keep in mind that for low voltage winding, if it is a low voltage winding, this will be the thickness, and for a high voltage winding this will be the thickness. That means the thickness of the high voltage winding will be less as compared to high voltage winding. This should be shown in the figure. So based on the given dimensions or the given dimensions, you have to draw all the details given, and all the remaining things you can assume. Definitely there must be a core. If it is 3 step, then you have to show 3 step. If it is a single step, then you have to show that single step. Okay, and definitely there should be a core, single steps, 2 steps or 3 step based on the question, and there must be low voltage winding and there must be high voltage winding, and definitely there must be a gap between high voltage winding and low voltage winding, and low voltage winding and core. If it is not specified, you can make it. Okay, first what you have to do is to draw the figure based on the given dimensions, and you have to complete all the parts of the transformer. If the high voltage data one side by only outside diameter of the transformer is given, you have to draw the inside diameter. If it is not given, reduce you look into the low voltage winding and reduce the thickness of the high voltage winding. If this is given, directly you reduce the thickness of the high voltage winding and draw it. So definitely in your figure there must be low voltage winding, high voltage winding, core of the transformer, and you extend all these things to the top side so that you can mark high voltage winding and low voltage winding to the two sides of each limb. Okay, and the distance between circles will be given. Sometimes it will not be given. Center to center distance will be given. So if the distance is center to center, then you can after drawing the circles, definitely there will be spacing between them. Okay, I hope you understood all these things. If not, please go through the video again, then it will be clear. If you have any doubt, you can ask me or call me. The same thing is with the core type transformer, that means for a single phase transformer. So you definitely watch this video. If it is not clear, repeat it, and definitely you will get a clear idea about the three phase transformer. The same thing is with the single phase transformer. The main thing is there must be low voltage winding, there must be high voltage winding, there must be core. If it is given single step or three step or two step, based on that you have to mark it. If these are not, if some data are not given, you can assume, you have the right to assume. Okay, and extend to the top side, then you can draw. If it is a single phase transformer, there will be two limb and two circles. So first you go through the three phase winding transformer diagram, and if you have any doubt related to single phase transformer, then I will explain it. Okay.